Hi friends, welcome back to Prashant's Knowledge Center. Here in this video, we will learn how to find out the largest of three numbers. Here I have taken the float type of numbers, the decimal numbers, and I have initialized the variables number 1, number 2, number 3. Three variables I have initialized, and here I have cleared all the previous output on the screen. And here by using scanf function, I am retrieving the data, means I am taking the data of three numbers, number 1, number 2, number 3. What are all the three numbers? I am taking by using this scanf function. And here I am using the if else loop, nested if. By using the nested if else loop, here I am finding out which is the largest number. First, if number 1 greater than number 2, then if the condition is true, then it will enter into this loop, and again it will check if here already number 1 is greater than number 2. So again the number 1 has to be compared with number 3. So it will compare with number 3. If number 1 greater than number 3, if it is greater than number 3, means already it has compared with 2 and now it is comparing with 3. If it is greater than number 3, then number 1 is the largest number. It will print this. Else it will print number 3 as largest number, because already here it has checked number 1 greater than number 2. Again here it has checked number 1 greater than number 3 or not. If it is not greater than 3, then ultimately 3 is the largest number. So it will print 3 as the largest number. Here if number 1 is not greater than 2, immediately it will not enter into this loop. It will come to else loop, because number 1 is not greater than 2. Then 2 will be greater. So number 2 will be checked with the number 3 here. Here number 2 will be checked with number 3. If number 2 is greater than 3, ultimately number 2 will be the greater of all the three numbers, because here it has checked with number 1. 2 is greater, we found out, so it has come to else loop, and again 2 will be checked with number 3. If it is true, 2 is the largest, else 3 will be the largest. Like that we can check the three numbers which is greater. Here I'll execute the program and I'll show you. I'll take three numbers, 10.21 number and 12.3 another number and 12.4 another number. We'll see which is the largest. So largest number is 12.4. Here I have given percentile 0.2f, so it is taking up to 2 decimals. Again we will execute and see. 12.3, 10.3 and 9. I have given the three numbers. 12.30 is the largest number. Like that we can find out which is the largest number. This program, we can also shorten this program by using AND statement. If we use AND condition if we use, this nested if else is not required and program can be shortened and written easily. That I'll show you how. Here we can initialize the variables up to, we can initialize the variables and we can take the variables, and here I will write if number 1 greater than number 2, and here only I will write and number 1 greater than number 3. Here means this same if loop, here only I am comparing. If number 1 greater than number 2 and number 1 greater than number 3, then immediately it will print largest number is number 1. So this is not required, then immediately it will print largest number is number 1, and this else also not required. Here in the else statement, up to here it is not required. Directly in else statement we can write number if number 2 greater than 1 and 2 greater than 3. Means if 2 is greater than 1 and 3, means here we are comparing number 1 with the two numbers at a time. All the numbers are 3 only. Then we are comparing number 1 greater than 2 and number 1 greater than 3. With the two numbers immediately we have compared, and if it is greater, immediately we have given number 1 is greater. In the else part, I'll delete all this for to avoid confusion. And in the else part, I will directly write one more if. If with the number 2 we will compare here. If number 2 greater than number 3 and number 2, we will write number 2. If number 2 is greater than number 3 and number 2 is greater than number 3. If 2 is greater than 1 and 3, then 2 will be the greatest. Printf largest number percentile 2 digits decimal. Here number 2 will be the greatest then. So we have written now. Then if this is not true, we have already compared number 1 with the two numbers and number 2 with two numbers. Now no need to compare anything. Here directly we will write if this is true, this will print, else this is true, this will print. We will write else. Remaining number is only one number, that is number 3. Directly we can write largest number is number 3. One more time I will explain the program for easy understanding. Here remaining all these lines are not required. We can directly shorten the program by using AND statement. Means two statements became in single if condition. Here I'll explain you the program. If number 1 greater than 2 and number 1 greater than 3, at a time we have compared with two numbers and giving the value. Largest number is number 1. Else it will again number 2 will be checked with the other two numbers, number 1 and 3, and largest number is number 2. If this is also not true, else it will directly print the third number is the largest number. Here we will run the program and we will see two errors. Misplaced else, compound statement missing. Means here in the single line only we have written and we have opened the brace and we have not closed. If we are writing the if in single line, no need of braces, or else we can put the braces also. I have removed that brace. Now we will check. Enter the three numbers. 10.2 is one, 10.3 is another, and 12.1 is another. Largest number is the third number. And one more time I will check. 12.3, 12.5 and 9. Largest number is at 12.5. Like that I have shortened the program by using AND condition. This is all about how to find out the largest number. Thank you friends. For more programs, keep watching and please subscribe Prashant's Knowledge Center. Thank you.